Hey, welcome back to my studio. Today I want to show you how to put together these balloon snow globes. They make fun centerpieces for a holiday party or event, or you can give them as gifts. So follow along and I'll show you how to make them. The globe in today's design is made from a 24-inch Bobo balloon, and there are many different brands of bubble balloons out there and they all behave a little differently. So today I'm specifically going to show you how to prepare a Bobo balloon for this kind of project. Before we can inflate a Bobo balloon, we have to pre-stretch the plastic. So I'm going to stretch the balloon across the center point, rotate it and stretch again, and continue to rotate until I get all the way around the balloon. And then I'm also going to stretch every couple inches along the seam of that balloon. Without these preparations, there's no way this Bobo would make it clear to 24 inches without popping. So once I've pre-stretched it, I'm going to take my hand pump and go ahead and fully inflate the Bobo until it gets to that 24-inch size. Now I'm going to take my time and go nice and slow, making sure it's got plenty of time to stretch out and I don't accidentally pop it. Once I've got to that 24-inch size, I'm then going to let the air out of it, and then we can work on the nozzle. So the nozzle on these balloons is really long, and that can make it kind of difficult to stuff. So I'm going to take a pair of scissors and cut most of the nozzle off, making sure I leave about 2 inches of that nozzle so I have room to tie it off later. I'm also going to cut a notch in one side of that nozzle so it's much easier to open it because the two sides of this plastic love to stick together. So with that notch, it'll be much easier to stuff. Speaking of stuffing, I'm filling my balloon with 2 different sizes of foam beads so it gives an interesting texture inside the bubble, but you could always just go with one size and that will be just fine. I'm also using a funnel and a balloon stick to help get those beads inside the bubble. With the funnel inserted into the nozzle of the balloon, I'm going to firmly hold on to that while I pour in about half my package of large beads. Now this was about 12 grams or about a cup and a half of these beads that I'm going to slowly work into my bubble. The larger ones I found had a little bit more static electricity and needed a little bit more persuasion to get into the bubble. So I'm just going to use my balloon stick and gently poke it in and out to get the beads to fall into the main part of my bubble. Once I've got all of those in, I'm then going to add my smaller beads, and I used about half of that package as well, which was about 5 grams of beads. These flowed smoothly right into the balloon, but they also flowed all over the table, so do be aware that these foam beads can make quite the mess if they don't end up inside the balloon. For now, we can set our bubble balloon aside and start preparing the foil balloons that will go inside our snow globe. Now I'm using an assortment of 15-inch holiday foil balloons, and I chose these specifically for a couple of reasons. First of all, they have self-sealing valves, so once we inflate them, we won't have to worry about that air coming back out while they're inside the bubble. I also chose them because they have long nozzles, which will make inflating these inside the bubble balloon a lot easier. Now you'll notice on the top of these foil balloons, they do have these eyelets, which you would use if you were going to tie this onto a garland, but because these are going inside the snow globes, I'm just going to use a pair of scissors and cut them away so I have a nice smooth edge along all my balloons. To help get the foil balloon inside the bubble, I'm going to lay a balloon stick across the nozzle of that balloon all the way up and then fold the foil balloon over that balloon stick and then roll the rest of the balloon around the stick until we get all the way to the edge. We have to make sure this is small enough that it'll fit through the nozzle of our bubble balloon, so the tighter the better. Then I'm just going to stick that through the very end of the bubble balloon until we get it all the way in so that the nozzle of the foil is right against the nozzle of the bubble balloon. Then I'm going to use that balloon stick to help unfurl the foil. The more open that foil balloon is, the easier it will be to inflate. Holding both balloon nozzles in place with my thumb, I'm going to insert my hand pump into the bubble portion and inflate it till it's about 2/3 of the way full. This will create enough room for me to inflate my foil balloon, and if a little bit of air slips out of the bubble, it won't be a big deal. So while holding tightly onto that nozzle still, I'm going to insert my balloon pump into the foil balloon and go ahead and inflate it completely until it's nice and taut. For the final time, I'm going to switch the balloon pump back to the bubble and finish inflating that bubble until it's its full 24-inch size. Once I've got that full, I'm going to pull the nozzle of the foil balloon down so that the feet of the Santa are touching the bottom of the bubble. And with them pinched between my two fingers, I'm going to twist both of those around, making sure that as I twist them, the seam on the bubble balloon isn't right in front of the face of my foil balloon. Now that's going to hold the air in place until we can tie it off using a deflated 260 balloon. Now I removed all the air from this 260 and tied a knot in it, and I'm going to lay it across the twisted end of my bubble, stretch it really tight, and then wrap it around the bubble a couple times. Then I'm going to take the other tail while I hold that first one in place, stretch it taut, and wrap it the other direction around the bubble a couple times. This tension is going to keep a nice tight seal on our balloon, and we can just tie a simple knot to hold everything in place. Now don't trim these tails away because we'll use the ends of this 260 balloon to tie the bubble of our snow globe to the base. The base is made from 5 5-inch balloons and 5 11-inch balloons. I'm going to inflate my 5-inch balloons to 4 pumps of air, or about 4 inches in diameter. Now I'm going to make one and hold it underneath my finger while I go ahead and inflate the second balloon to the same size. I'm then going to tie those together into a pair by just wrapping the nozzle around twice and tying it in a simple knot. Because this set is an odd number of balloons, I need to inflate one singular balloon, tie it off in a knot, and then I'm going to join that single balloon to one of the pairs we just made. So take your pair and your single balloon, wrap the nozzle around, and then just tie it in a simple knot to one of the nozzles from the pair, and that'll create a trio. Now to make our set of 5, we need to make one more pair and then bring the pair and the trio together so that the nozzles touch right in the center, and twist one balloon from each of those around each other, locking it into the set of 5. Now if we flatten this, it should look like a 5-petaled flower, and this will make up one layer of our base. I'll repeat these same steps with the 11-inch balloons, only inflating these to 10 pumps of air, or about 6 inches in diameter. So go ahead and tie those off into a set of 5. Once we've got all of those into our flower-shaped set of 5, we're then going to add a water balloon to this. So this is one more 5-inch balloon that I've filled with water till it's about the size of a tennis ball, and I'm going to tie the nozzle of the water balloon to one of the nozzles from the 6-inch balloon. By adding a water balloon to the base of this design, it's going to give it some nice stability and it'll be less likely to tip over. Place this set on the table with the water balloon on the underside, and then on top of this we're going to lay our smaller set of 5, nestling it so that all of the balloons of this top set are in between 2 balloons of the lower set. To secure these two together, I'm going to pull 2 nozzles from the larger set of balloons up over the nozzles of the smaller set, and then just tie it in a simple double knot. This will make it one solid piece, and we can finally add the snow globe to the base. So take your bubble and nestle it right down in the center of the base, and pull one end of that 260 balloon taut, and wrap it in a figure 8 pattern around some of the balloons in the base. Then simply let the end of that 260 go, and it'll snap into the center of the design, hiding it from sight. Do the same thing with the other end of the 260, trying to keep the tension even between the two sides. Whether you're making one as a gift or a dozen of these as centerpieces for your next holiday party, this makes a fun and whimsical addition to any holiday gathering. I hope you're inspired by today's project and give this one a try. No matter what holiday you're preparing for, you can change out the Mylar balloon and substitute the snow for any kind of confetti, and these would make a great decoration or gift for any holiday. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe below, and don't forget to check out our Patreon group if you'd like to up your party planning game. Until the next time, you can check out some of my other videos over here, and remember, stay creative everybody. Bye!